Hello, my sewing friends. My name is Diana, and I am the Wandering Sewist. And this is my friend, Madeline Claire from Made by Madeline Claire.
Hi guys, you can find me on Instagram.
She has a great Instagram channel. I'm so sorry that I said last time sewn by Madeline Claire. That's wrong. It's made by Madeline Claire. I apologize. Please go over to Instagram and give her a follow. She makes beautiful things.
Oh, thank you.
You're welcome. So we have been collaborating on making the Byrdie Button-Up shirt and dress from Pattern Scout. And we'll put a picture right here. And we are wearing our Byrdie Button-Ups right now. I made one in this red polka dot visco with the flowers, and you made yours in?
Yeah, I just made in a white poplin, just to have like a classic button-up white shirt. And we both made version A, which is just a classic button-up, and then version B has some pin tucks right here. So very versatile.
Yeah, so, and then you could either make it into a dress or a shirt, which we did. So can you tell us a little bit about the size range of the Byrdie Button-Up?
So for this pattern, the bust goes from a 31-inch bust up into 54 inches. The waist goes from 23 inches to 46, and the hip from 35 to 58. So there's a big range. And what's great about this pattern is that it's also separated by cup sizes. So you have one version that's for B cup, one that's for C cup, and one that's for D cup. So if you're a bit bustier than your waist, it's great because you can just do a C cup or a D cup, but then your waist doesn't have to be huge.
That's amazing that they have the cup sizes in the patterns.
Yeah.
So we both chose to do the C cup, just so we can only had to print off one pattern. But when you buy the Byrdie Button-Up, you get all the cup sizes and all of the pattern, all of the size range. So that's amazing value.
Yeah, and it's also really nice because all of the pieces, like the back pieces, the collar, the cuff, they're all in one AO pattern. So for example, if you're making it with a friend, but you're two different bust cup sizes, you could just get that printed and share those pieces, and then you just need the bodice front. That's really the only difference with the cup sizes. So I think it's great.
That's amazing. That's amazing. So what are some things that you really liked about sewing the Byrdie Button-Up?
Yeah, so aside from the different bust cup sizes, I would say what I like about this shirt is that it's tailored where you want it to be tailored. So it's fitted in the bust, it's fitted in the sleeves, so you don't have too much room here, and it's not too fitted in the waist. So that way it's easy to hide, you know, the little pooch here or there, or, you know, usually I tuck it in, so there's not like too much fabric there either. So that's what I like about it, is that it's tailored, but not super tailored. And because it's not super tailored, I think it's a really good beginner pattern, especially if it's the first time working with collars. There's no back yoke, so you don't have to do a burrito method. If, you know, I love burritos with the burrito method. I don't love it so much. So if you've never done that, you don't have to be worried about doing any complicated methods. It's, you know, simple, just one piece for the back, one piece for the front. I think the hardest part is just maybe the plackets, if you've never done a placket before. But of all the plackets I've done, this was actually the most simple. So I think, yeah, I think it's a good first collar shirt pattern for sure.
So I asked Madeline to come and collaborate with me because I have never made a collared shirt before with a collar stand, button placket, a cuff with a placket for the cuff. I've never ever done it before, and it's one of those projects that scare me. But Madeline's done it before. So I wanted to sit at her feet and learn how to do these things because I was scared. And I had this beautiful viscose that I've been wanting to make up. And when she mentioned in one of our sewing socials that she wanted to make the button-up shirt, that's exactly what I wanted to make. And so I jumped at the chance to get to work with her. And it's been amazing. It's been very fun. Nice. We've had a good time.
Yeah.
And banana bread.
Yes. Of course. Always need banana bread.
Always need banana bread. So what we're going to do now is we're going to stand back and give you a look at the Byrdie Button-Up from a distance so you can see the whole thing. No, we don't have buttons in yet, but we're going to talk about those in a minute. But first, we want to give you a look at what the whole shirt looks like. So I'm going to go first. So this is my Byrdie Button-Up, and what I love is this curved hem. It's very nice, covers everything I want covered. It fits where I want it to fit, and it's got a pleat in the back and the shoulders to give you the space to move like this. And there's my button placket, cuff with the placket. And I love it. Ellen?
Okay, so I have mine tucked in right now just because that's how I would normally wear it. And I actually like having the cuff kind of flipped up. It's like a little casual, but still professional, I guess. So I made a size 4, and then I graded to a size 6 for the armhole. And I think we'll talk a little bit about that in a bit. But yeah, I think, like I said, it's tailored without being too fitted. It's comfortable. There's still a bit of room. Like Diana said, no buttons yet, but I don't think there'll be a problem with gaping at all. Yeah, it has a nice little pleat in the back.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's cute.
Looks great. Looks very smart.
Oh, thanks. At least something is smart.
You're smart too. So, we are going to do buttons, and I was digging through my button stash, and I found these vintage buttons that belong to my mom, and they go with the flowers on my shirt, and as you can see, it's going to tie the flowers into the rest of the shirt, which I really like.
Yeah, I think it's a good combination of, like, it's an orangey brown, so it brings in the orange from the orange and the brown.
Yeah. So I'm excited about that. And it reminds me of my mom.
That's always nice.
Yeah.
So I have some vintage buttons too. I don't know if you can see.
Camera's over here.
But they're like little glass buttons. I got them from a shop here in Prague. And the owner said that they were vintage buttons from Italy.
Beautiful.
And so I'm not sure if I will put it on this one because the poplin is quite a bit stiff, but I think I will definitely remake this shirt, another white shirt, maybe in a viscose cotton blend or more of a silky, drapey kind of fabric.
What about a linen viscose blend? That would be really nice.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah. And to use these to make it fancy.
Yeah. That would be really cool. So what buttons are you going to put on this shirt?
So from the same shop, these are also vintage buttons, but I think they're vintage from the 80s. So they're like these little flowers, and
Those
they're
are pretty.
mother of pearl, so they have a little bit of shine.
Yeah.
So I think it'll look cute because
those will look very cute, and it looks like a little flower.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
That's going to be great. It's going to be cute.
yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm excited about that.
So now we're going to talk about some problems that we had with this pattern because, you know, I don't think I've ran into a perfect pattern. This pattern has a lot of positives, but there were a few negatives as well. We want to be honest. So one of the negatives was the size of the sleeve. The sleeve, when we measured it out for our size, it turned out to be way too small. Now for your sleeve was exactly your arm measurement.
Yes. So, like I said, I made a size 4. I think for this pattern, you should pick based on the finished garment measures, because for me, the measurements based on your body were had a bit too much ease, just because I wanted a bit more fitted shirt. But unfortunately, where I didn't have the ease is in the arms. And for me, I have bigger upper arms. I know a lot of people do too. So the both of us found that it just didn't have enough ease. And like Diana said, the pattern straight up was exactly my measurement, so I wouldn't be able to move at all. So we both had to do a full bicep adjustment for this one.
Yes, we did. And it made us a little bit nervous because we were afraid that the sleeve head would not fit into the shoulder seam, the arm side. But it turned out to be pretty good. It turned out pretty well, I think.
Yeah, so it fits flat, no tucks, no nothing.
How much did we add into the sleeve? Do you remember?
We added 4 centimeters, so a little shy of 2 inches.
Yeah.
So that was the biggest adjustment I've had to do, because usually I do like less than 1 inch or 1 inch, and that's easier to do because it doesn't change the shape of the sleeve head. So this one was a bit more complicated because we had to really spread it out, and then that kind of shortened the cap, so we had to redraw it, and I think we were both pretty nervous if it would actually fit the bodice, but
yeah,
it turned out good.
It turned out very nicely. So the pattern recommended that I sew a size 16, but I just decided to sew a size 14 because of the amount of ease through the bust. It would have been 9 inches of ease through my bust, and I felt like that would be too gapey right here through the front. I need to be able, I'm a mom, I've got kids, I need to be able to move around and do things and not have my clothes falling open every time I bend over. So that's why I decided to size down. And what about you?
Yeah, so like I said, I felt like the measurements that they provided for your body were a bit too much, because usually in patterns, I make a size 6 or 4 or small, or usually depending on the pattern maker, I usually pick like the size that's 3 up or 4 up. But for this one, based on my arm, they wanted me to make a size 10. So that was like 2 or 3 sizes bigger than I would normally make.
Yeah.
So then that's why I picked based on the finish measurements. Because if I'd gone with what they had suggested, I would have 12 inches of ease at the waist. And
that's a lot.
Yeah.
You'd be wearing a tent.
Yeah. So I didn't want that.
Yeah, and I would have had 9 inches of ease, and I didn't want that either, because that doesn't fit with my lifestyle and the things that I need to be able to do every day. Yeah. So overall, would you make this pattern again?
Yeah, I would definitely make this pattern again. I think it looks great in a solid, in a pattern like Diana has it. I think it's a great staple piece, you know, if you want clothes for work, or you can make it in a fun print and, you know, wear it out. It's easy to dress up or dress down, I would say. And like for me, when I sew, I love to sew in patterns, but sometimes I find that, you know, I have a pair of plaid pants that I can't wear with anything else, or I have, you know, a flowered shirt that I don't wear with anything else. So I've been trying to make more basic pieces that, you know, you can mix and match, and I think this is a great basic.
I think us as sewists have that weakness. We tend to go for all the pretty prints and fabrics.
All the nice.
Yeah.
As you can see.
Yes, we go for all the pretty prints, and we don't buy the solids to wear with the prints. So you wind up with all prints in your closet and nothing to wear them with. And I know I have that problem as well.
Yes. Too much gingham.
Yes.
I'm obsessed with gingham. So.
If you check her Instagram channel, she has made some beautiful gingham pieces over the summer. You should go back and look at her photos. They're really cool. And I loved how you were matching the color of the gingham to the door background that you were using. Yeah. That made me laugh. It was great. I really appreciate it. Thank you, Madeline, for coming on today. Thank you so much for collaborating with me on the Byrdie Button-Up by Pattern Scout.
Yep.
All right. I hope you guys all have a great day. Bye.
Bye.